On the OSU campus this fall, some are calendar men, others are businessmen. But Action 6 News continues. We'll meet some of both.
Good-looking young hunks will be gracing the pages of the new Buckeye Men calendar. Tom Burris says the three men responsible for the calendar are really someone you should know.
It all began last spring when three Alpha Tau Omega fraternity brothers decided to take what they had learned in their business classes and start a business of their own.
I approached Scott and Ed with the idea, and together we decided to go ahead and do it.
We began a model search with flyers. We passed out flyers, personal contacts.
My concern was quality throughout.
So in a 6x6 cubicle in the frat house, Image's calendar line opened for business. There were feasibility studies, marketing plans, production schedules, but as the months passed by, their product began to take shape.
January, you start the year off fine. February, you're my little Valentine. I'm gonna march you down.
We're just going over the pictures here, and it seems like they're a little dark. I was wondering what you suggest.
So what has happened here is three Buckeye men, with the help of 12 other Buckeye men, have come up with a calendar that's selling like gangbusters. They're having fun, and they're learning.
I've learned quite a bit of getting things done. I mean, being so busy that you don't have a choice but to get things done.
If you want it bad enough, no matter what it is, if you're willing to make some sacrifices, it'll come too.
It's been a fabulous learning experience because we took what we learned in the classroom and we applied it to this business project. And, you know, real experience is what it's all about.
Scott Jordan, Tony Campani, and Ed Allen, three Buckeye businessmen you should know. And their calendar is proof. Tom Burris, Action 6 News.
But all the women are saying, we want to know the guys in the calendar instead. Right. Well, that's our news for right now. Thank you for joining us. ABC World News Tonight is coming up next. We'll see you at 11 o'clock. Good night.
Good night.
I've been pretty sin. Beefcake, yes, it isn't a skin flick calendar like some that have been found. This is a fairly nice, I would call it a classier look. They spent some money on it, definitely. Buckeye Men's Calendar for 1987. And it is interesting because really this was a class project that has now turned into a business.
Well, these are guys you can run into on campus. It's more of a personal touch. It's not a skin calendar like the other ones. There's a lot of, you know, skin calendars with G-strings and, you know, just all body shots. This isn't like that.
The three fraternity brothers who formed Image's calendar lines weren't the first ones on the block with a college calendar. The original concept came from Southern California. They just refined it in the classroom.
We did a 40-page feasibility study, which really saved us a lot of mistakes. Other people who come out with calendars, it's a whim idea, and it's a good idea, but we sat down, we spent a lot of time, we researched other calendars, we sat down, we thought things out, we developed a marketing plan, financial plan, and a modeling plan. And all this stuff, it really set us up in stages, so when we went out and took this project out of the classroom, we all had a good idea of what was going on.
The Buckeye Men's Calendar was no whim. The three backed up their game plan with a $15,000 investment. They auditioned hundreds of OSU men, finally settling on just 12. The three then went into cities and sold the calendar even before it was published. When it did hit the market September 1st, it was selling in 100 outlets, including Lazarus stores, and selling out.
I think we weren't really expecting it to take off as well as it is right now. We tried to stay modest at first with the whole product. We just put out a nice product and see what happened with it, and slowly things are just starting to pick up and roll fast now.
Ed, Scott, and Tony are seniors, but their graduations will not end the calendar. Next year, they plan to add a Buckeye Women's Edition. Well, come on in a little bit closer. Now, Lana here, pick out your favorite. Which one did you like?
I'd say him.
Oh, you like, now what did you like about that particular model?
His blonde nose.
Hold it up. Hold that up. There we go. Now, what did you like about him?
He looks cute. And he drives a Jeep, so.
Oh, that's a big seller. Now, we're not at a fraternity or sorority house. This used to be. The guys haven't figured out who it belonged to. Do you have any idea? Your name first. Go ahead.
I have no idea. I'm just a visitor here.
Okay, but it is rooms for rent, not quite an apartment building, but an old fraternity, sorority house turned into a place to live. She lives here, the gang lives here. And big happenings on Fraternity Sorority Road tonight. I guess they're announcing their pledges at the sorority houses. Everybody's dressed up. They look very formal.
And you say that they're coming out with a women's calendar, Women of Ohio State University.
There is already one out.
Yes, but
it's just a different company.
I was going to say, I've seen it, and it's...
You're okay, you can stand here.
It doesn't have the quality that that one does. That one looked really professionally done.
It is, okay. The big difference, the one that you'll find is black and white on the Women of OSU.
That was the difference.
This is full color all the way through. And that's one reason why it costs so much just for those three to get started. $15,000 for college students.
And what do you pay for this calendar?
$7.95, Mona. I don't see the price. There it is. Suggested retail price, $7.95 at bookstores across America.
Okay, that's the end of that commercial.
Yes.
We'll be back to you in just a minute. Next on 5.